Hey everyone, welcome back to Getaway Crochet. I'm Lisa. Happy Saturday. Um, Let me just explain one thing because this is kind of chaotic. My workspace is an absolute disaster. Now, I say that because I'm going to be fumbling for things to show you. I'm going to attempt to work on stuff while talking to you, and it's probably going to be just awful because it is a mess. I have fall yarn everywhere. I have projects going on three different places on my four different places on my desk. I have notebooks stacked. My cell phone is teetering on the brink of yarn. Um, and there's a bin of projects unfinished at my feet, along with strings of yarn everywhere that I keep tripping over and bringing across the room. So, with that being said, welcome to today's Chillin' Chat. I thought we could do just, I wanted to work on some projects today, and I wanted to crochet and talk to you guys. I like those kind of videos, so I thought I could make a video like that, where somebody's just talking and crocheting, because that's the kind of stuff I like to watch. So I thought somebody else would like to. Oop, my camera's deciding it doesn't want to stay up anymore. Apparently. Okay. I hope that's gonna stay. It's being really picky. I don't know what's going on with that. Oh my goodness. Okay, it just does not want to work anymore. Okay, let's try that. It legit is on a tripod, and it is getting harder and harder to, like, sit up. Okay, fingers crossed it's gonna work now and stay there. I don't know. We'll hope so. Excuse the camera snafus as you go through this video. It is going to be chaos, apparently, in my house today. The dogs are acting like chaos. My German Shepherd can't decide what he wants to do. If he wants to be outside, if he wants to be inside. My husky could care less. He's wherever, just laying around. I am trying to focus on all projects at the same time, which is not going well. I mean, it's going well. It's going. We'll just say that. So, when I talked to you last, I had a bunch of new fall yarn to do things with, and all of these ideas, right? Okay, so, first things first, I made a sunflower square. Now, this is not with my own pattern. I actually went on YouTube and found one of the top 10 patterns and used that, and I will link it below. It's Jada and Stitch's sunflower pattern. She's pretty popular. I'm sure you know who she is. If you don't, check her out. She's really good. She's been doing the recording stuff for like 10 years, and she's so good at crochet, and she's just like a super upbeat person, so I definitely recommend her videos. So yeah, that's where I got this from. I like simple things, and hers look the most simple. I don't like making a lot of puff stitches and things like that, so I tried to find one that did not have to use puff stitches, so that was this one. So I do believe that I'm actually going to make this into a poncho with the brooch pin on it. I'm debating if I want to do white squares or white squares with the sunflower and not the green every other one, so to kind of give it some contrast. I don't know what I want to do yet. I'm going to try each way and see which one I like better. But let me know if you guys have any ideas of what would look good for the whole thing, or if it should just be every square being the same, because I can do that too. I just don't know yet, and like I said, it's just a project I want to do, so it's not like I need to get it done, but I do want to get it done this fall before winter comes, which, I mean, knowing North Dakota winters, it could be winter next week, who knows. But yeah, okay, so that was priority one. I am still working on this shawl. Sorry. Okay, I'm still working on this shawl. It is over halfway done now. I put it aside to do other priority things like baby blanket that I still need to get done. I finished my mom's anniversary gift blanket. What else did I do? Besides make a lot more projects in my brain. So far, but that's what I've done in the last 24 hours. I have not finished the baby blanket. However, I picked it up to work on it today, and I had to frog the whole thing. It was only about halfway done. I know. I had to frog it because the hook that I was using fell out onto the floor. I had apparently picked it up sometime and put it back in my hook stash, and I could not remember what size I used for the blanket. So, I had to frog what I had and start over. So right now this is with like an hour and a half of work. Just the half double crochet stitch, green blanket, that's what Mama wanted, so and this is her first baby, so it's going to be a little bit bigger than 30 inches. It's probably, I measured it to be 30, it's probably going to be around 32 inches, so I'm going to make it 32 by 32, and I'm going to put a contrasting border on it. And I'd like to get that done ideally in a week. Now, last week that was my plan, and it did not happen because, for one, it was really hot for a couple days. Number two, I got distracted by many things. And number three, I was buying yarn. So, priorities, right? Anyway, I do want to make that a priority because once it starts to cool down, she's definitely going to want that for the baby. And I'm making it a size specifically so it can be used up to like a year or two, like for size, I suppose. And then maybe after that, like for like a blanket that the kid drives around or something. She's having a boy, so that's exciting. I do not know the name of the boy, but that's why I'm doing green. So what else do I got going in my crazy life right now? Let me see. I wanted to thank you guys all for the support. Thank you all. Thank you to my subscribers. Thank you so much for the support in the last few days. It has been so exciting watching the number of subscribers go up on my channel. It makes me smile and happy, and it makes me know that what I'm sharing with you guys like. So keep the ideas coming. Tell me what you guys want to see so I can make more of that, okay? Again, thank you guys for your support. You're awesome. I hope you enjoy my videos. That's my goal when I'm doing this. I want to share the things that I love with you. I'm not doing this to make tons of money or anything like that. I'm doing it because I want to share what I love with you. And because I know that as a crafter, you want to share your love of things, like crafting things that you love with other crafters. So, like, if I could go to a coffee shop and I saw somebody else crocheting, I'd go sit with them and be like, well, I'd ask first, but I would be like, sorry, my camera looks like it was gonna fall over for a second. I'd be like, can I crochet with you? And they'd probably say, sure. Because you like to crochet with other people. Like, that's just the way it works. I don't know. Oh, you'll also notice that I got a new chair. So my husband and I went to get coffee this morning, and that's always, like, the plan was just to go get coffee and then come home. I was going to finish my mom's blanket. Hi. I know, baby. I know. Oh. Peace. Yes, okay, thank you. Now go lay down somewhere. So I was gonna finish my mom's end of the bed blanket for her anniversary. Right away, I was gonna get that done before she came over this afternoon, because she comes over every Saturday. So I did, we went and got coffee, and then my husband wanted to go to Barnes & Noble. So we went to Barnes & Noble. Then on the way back from Barnes & Noble, we went to Office Depot for notebooks and a pencil. And while we were at Office Depot, we were going to look at chairs. Well, we decided that there was a really, really, really good deal on gaming chairs right now. Gaming chairs, a gaming chair that he has wanted for a long time was actually about half price. And I said, well, it comes in red because he likes the color red. He has red curtains and other things that are red. And so I said, hey, it comes in red. I think that's a sign. And he's like, I might have to do something about that. And I said, I think you should. And so he got his red chair. And as we were checking out, the clerk said that today was the last day of the sale. Because I was thinking I might want to get one too, because I had broke my tailbone probably like 4 times now, especially 3 in the last year. This last year when I fell on the deck, I don't know how many times, but I had broken it when I was 18 years old, and it's, I mean, after a break like that, since you can't cast it or anything, like, it hurts. I mean, it still hurts. However, it went away for a while, and then I fell 3 times last year and really injured it, and my tailbone still hurts to this day. So the chair I had was, I would sit in the chair a lot because obviously this is my workspace, and I would get up from the chair and my tailbone would just kill. So I sat in, here I'll show you what the chair actually looks like. Make sure there's not a dog behind me, I roll over. Okay. Alright, so it's a gaming chair, and it has a nice cushion on it, a nice little back thing, this lumbar support here. It's very nice. Yes, my fall blanket. I love that blanket. My husband got that for me for, I think, our like 4th anniversary or something. It was like $80 some for this small little lap blanket at a craft store. So it was like handmade, obviously. And I really wanted it. I kept talking about it, and he was like, okay, well, and then he just got it for me. So anyway, I was hoping to bring this out and display it somewhere, since I have fall in the house, and it's now becoming fall. So anyway, that's where that is, and that's just gonna decorate the back of my chair. But anyway, so we went there. While my husband was checking out his stuff, I decided that I needed a chair, because while I was sitting in this one waiting for him to decide if he was gonna get one, I got up and I realized my tailbone did not hurt. Like, hardly at all. And I was like, okay, so I can sit in this chair for a long period of time and my tailbone does not hurt. So I decided I was gonna get one. So we each got a chair. They were $159, and they're normally like $300, like 300 I think, or 310, somewhere in there. So they were pretty much like half off. So it was a really good deal. And I was like, my husband's been needing a new chair. I haven't needed a new chair. I just preferred to have something to sit on that doesn't kill my tailbone, that has been permanently broken forever, and will probably continue to be as I slip down the stairs every year in the wintertime, letting the dogs in and out. So yeah, but it is a beautiful day today. Okay, so okay, I'm sorry, I'm getting distracted by the weather. Okay, so after Office Depot, we came home, we put our chairs together, and then I wanted tacos, so we went to the taco shop, and we ate tacos. And then we came home, and I finished my mom's blanket, and then she came over and we crocheted, and I frogged the baby blanket and started it new, and then she went home, and I've been working on granny squares off and on while watching things this afternoon. I also dug out my colored pencils so I could do some of my design drawing stuff for my projects that I want to work on. So like I want to draw out my granny square blanket ideas on paper and things like that in color, to kind of get an idea of what it's going to look like. So let me show you my collection of colored pencils that I have had since I was in middle school to high school. That's over 15 years, okay? I've had these pencils, and I've used them, and they are well used. And I dug them out of storage for the first time in I don't know how many years. I haven't used colored pencils in years. And I dug them out of storage because this last week I have been wanting to start designing stuff on paper for my projects. So I have a design notebook with all my projects that I've made and ideas and things that I have, and want to like have a set notebook for that. I don't know which one I'm going to choose. I was originally... Okay, this is a disaster, an absolute disaster. Here is my little brooch holder. So here are some of the brooches that I have currently that I've never used. I have had plans for them for years, but never used them. I did use this one a while. I love cameos. I'm very 1900s. I love cameos, obviously. I've had that one for years. I've actually used this one and this one. I think I've used this one too. Unsure. I don't remember. It's been a while. I've used this a couple times. This was on clearance at Hobby Lobby probably like 5 years ago when I got it, and I don't know why I got it at the time because I was not obsessed with alligators. I mean, okay, I've always had like a little... When I was a kid, my parents got me this giant alligator that I could actually ride across the floor. It was a giant stuffed animal, and I rode it across the kitchen floor all the time. I wasn't a fan of alligators. I just thought they were cute, the color of the animal, I don't know. So it's always been like a thing. I don't know. And now I'm just in love with them. Like, I would love to have one as a pet. Obviously not a cuddle pet, but, you know, like, I would like to take care of one. Oh yeah, and I got this cameo brooch. Max, you are totally video bombing me. I know you have itchies. He has such bad allergies, I just don't know what to do anymore. Nothing I give him works. He's always itching. He's always licking. I don't know. Probiotics. I would love to give him probiotics. They did work for a while. However, it was like so expensive for one small can, and he has to have 3 at a time. So that was bad. What? I love you. Can I have a kiss? Oh, thank you. You're so sweet. Where's your ball? Go get your ball. Where's your ball? Where's your ball? Where's it? Go get your binky. Where's your binky bink? Where's it? Okay, he's just gonna stand there and be obnoxious. Might try to put him outside again. It's driving me crazy. Where did I put my... Oh, here it is. See what I mean? This house is chaos. It's chaos, people. Okay, so I got that. So those are my brooches that I've had for a while. Oh, I also have this... There's a fly on my computer screen. I also have this one that I got at a antique store. I just loved it. Yeah, the color's coming off of it, but it's still beautiful. I still love it. So I'm going to use that. For what, I have no idea. A shawl, obviously, but... Okay, so anyway, I was going on a tangent about what I did today. So... After my mom left, I started working on granny squares. It is so beautiful out today, guys. It is like 70, 75 degrees at the highest today it was. The sun is, honestly, it's starting to set now. It's really sad. Maxie, go lay down. You want to go outside? No? Okay. He doesn't want to go outside, apparently. He wants to run down the stairs. Anyway, where was I going with? Oh yeah, it was absolutely gorgeous out today. I had a light sweater on this morning and capris. It was like 60 degrees. It was beautiful. The sun was out. It was a light breeze. It stayed about 70 degrees, except for probably around 2 o'clock it got to like 75. I went outside to do some crocheting. It was beautiful. Just gorgeous outside. And I have the windows open. We don't have to be running the air conditioner right now. I think it's supposed to be in the 70s most of the week this week, except for like Thursday. I think it's supposed to be 80, but hopefully it's not the really hot 80 degrees, because I'm so over that, as you all know. Let's not get me started on that. Okay, so anyway, notebooks. I was going to show you my notebooks. Okay, so I have a planner. I buy the same type of planner every year on Amazon. This is Lang brand, and the artist that does it is Susan Wingett, if you can see that. I love every year it's a different kind, and it's so pretty. And so I keep coming back to the same thing, and it has... Okay, so it has, like, months, and then it has days. Like so. And I just ordered a new one. I can link it in the description box below. If you're interested. Okay, so back to my... I'm getting to my pile of notebooks here. Oh, and I'm dropping my phone. I'm getting distracted by all the things that are on my desk. Okay, so I have 2 of these notebooks. I just thought they were wonderful. Be inspired every day. I thought they were good for, you know, writing down ideas I have, inspiration, patterns, that kind of thing. There's a lot of pages in here, so I have 2 of those. I couldn't resist. I got one, and then I wanted another one, so I got another one because I was going to use it for something else. And I just don't know what I'm using them both for yet. Here's the other one. So I have 2 of those. And then we all know about my... I call this my Granny Square inspired notebook. So Granny Square inspired notebook. This was originally, I was thinking about making this a pattern notebook. However, I just realized that there's not a lot of pages in it. However, it's really cute, and I do kind of want to use it as a pattern. I don't know. Should I use this one as a pattern book? Should I? Tell me. What do you think? Should I use this one, or I have 2 of these? Well, I have 2 of these notebooks. They are quite thick. I got them at Barnes & Noble 2019, so like 4 or 5 years ago. I think 4 years ago now. Yeah, I have to do math. I'm not good at math. I suck at math. Anyway, so I got 2 of those because they were huge and they were pretty and I liked them and I didn't know what I was going to use them for, but I bought them and they kind of sat idle for the last, I don't know how long. I did do, I wrote down notes from when I did my Crocheting for Beginners video for YouTube. So I think one of them is going to be like topics and things to talk about and whatnot, and then the other one could be a pattern notebook. Let me know what you guys think. If you think this would be a better pattern notebook, or, oh my gosh, or if this would be a better pattern notebook. Before I started using those, this is the one that I had. I never really planned on ever writing patterns to sell until recently. But I would, like, patterns that I would keep coming back to make stuff for people. I would write down the pattern as I did it, like the chevron stitch, the primrose stitch, because I would keep forgetting how to do it, and I have to look it up every single time. I made a foot warmer for a coworker of mine when I was at my last job, and I wrote that down. I just created that out of my head. There wasn't a specific pattern I used. Granny Square colors. I did the waffle stitch for the first time last year, and I wrote it down because I thought it was cool. Pillows, I wanted to make sure, because if there was a time where I didn't make pillows for a while, I wanted to make sure that I could remember how to do it, so I wrote that down. Yeah, so this technically was my pattern notebook. However, it's kind of small. It doesn't offer a lot of writing space, as you can see. So I thought this would be like an idea notebook. I would transfer all the patterns from here into a different notebook. Which one should I do? You have to tell me. I just don't know off the top of my head. I'm leaning towards one, but when I went to Office Depot today, I looked for that notebook again because I was going to buy one, and they didn't have it. They didn't have it. They didn't have anything cute. They had just boring, like, red, yellow, blue, and, like, teal. It was just boring. They had nothing cute. So upsetting. So disappointed. Ouch. My tailbone still hurts, so my husband and I are both getting lumbar cushions, or I call them butt cushions, because I'm going to be sitting on mine, and so is he. Because my tailbone, I don't know, I really screwed it up, and obviously there's nothing that can fix it, because it's your tailbone, they can't cast it, they can't fix it, so it's just going to hurt forever. Anyway, so notebooks. So I don't know which one I'm going to use. If you guys have any ideas for a pattern notebook, which one would be better, let me know. Now let's talk about yarn. Okay, so, and projects. So I started working on the granny squares from my fall blanket. And while I was working on the one fall blanket, I decided I was going to create another one because I wanted to add more colors to the one and realized it would be way too much if I added all these colors to the one blanket, especially with the squares being big as they were, bigger than the blanket I made. Oh, excuse me. I need a nap. It's like 6, 7 o'clock, and I'm going to probably take a nap. Don't judge me. Okay. Okay, so here is the square that I have created, the first one that I created for the fall blanket. Okay. I love this off-white border. I wanted to make the colors pop, which they do. So then I wanted to add the individual colors in here. So the green, the red, the brown, the oranges. However, because these are so big, that is going to be a really, really big blanket once I get all those colors added in there. So I decided that I was going to make a second blanket. So this blanket is going to be these colors in one square, and then my opposite squares, so there's going to be, basically the colored squares are going to be these patterns. So this is, I'll show you what I used, in case you guys want to do the same thing. So I used this autumn stripe, I love this yarn, as the center too. I did two rows in that, and they're variegated so they change color. Then I used a mid-green, and I love this yarn. Then I used this olive green that I had left over from my last fall blanket, and I still have like 3 balls of that stuff. Never gonna leave. It's fine. Then I used a burnt pumpkin and a terracotta orange, and then a dark brown, and then a very bright, I call it apple red. It just reminds me of a super fresh apple. I don't know why. So apple, and then I did 2 rows of the autumn stripe again. And then 1 row of the border, which is going to be the white. So all in all, there is 10 rows of color and 1 row of the border, so 11 rows total, which is 2 rows bigger than the blanket I was making before. So yeah, we're probably going to do 5 by 5 and measure it like that. So anyway, so I'm going to do, these are going to be the colored squares, and then I'm going to do squares that are just plain off-white, the same color, to kind of mute the color. I don't want it to be too busy. I don't want it to be too, oh my goodness, there's so much color everywhere, so much going on. I want to kind of settle the color a little bit. So I'm doing every other square is going to be this, every other square is going to be white. And it's probably going to be 5 by 5 or 6 by 6, and I will be selling this blanket on Etsy when I'm done with it. It's just, I would love every fall blanket I ever made, but I do not have the room to store all of them. So I will share them with you guys on Etsy, and you can choose if you want to buy one. Getaway Crochet Original. If you guys want to make this with me, I mean, if you guys want to make a blanket with me, let me know, and I will plan a blanket project that we can do together. I don't know what kind of blanket project I want to do yet. Probably a granny square. Are you guys cool with granny square blanket? Just let me know, and I can plan a blanket project we can do together. Okay, anyway, I'm getting distracted. Okay, so there is this beautiful square that I created. Then I was gonna add this color. But again, like I said, that would be way too many squares, way too heavy, way too big. It would just be ridiculous. So I decided I was gonna make a blanket with solid squares. So a little bit like that one, but different. So I'm going to use a light sage green with an off-white border, because I have a lot of off-white. I'm going to actually use most of the colors, actually if not all the colors from the square that I showed you just now, and just put them into a pattern in this other blanket. So I'm going to use the burnt pumpkin. I am going to use the disaster on my desk, terracotta orange. I'm going to use this dark brown, or this regular brown, I guess it's. I'm going to use an olive yellow, or olive yellow. Who the heck uses olive yellow? What is olive yellow? Jesus. I'm thinking yellow and green. Okay, let me show you the green that I want to use because I have like 3 skeins of it that are going nowhere. I'm considering using this green. I don't know for absolute sure that I'm going to use this. There's only 285 yards in here. Let's see how many is in this one. There's 355 yards in one of these, and there's 285 yards in one of these. So this is called Deep Forest. It is like a dark olive green. Unknown if I'm actually going to add that in there or not. I do want to use this color up, but I don't know if I'm going to have enough squares for the blanket with only 3 skeins at 285 yards. I don't know. So we are going to hold off on that until I'm ready to put the blanket together, and then if I want to add another green, I'm going to do that. But I want to make sure I have enough to do that, because I can't buy this color anymore. Okay, so I'm going to do, potentially, I'm going to do a dark green. I'm going to do a cranberry that I bought from I Love This Yarn. I love this yarn, and this is cranberry. So this is like a deep red. Yellow. I was talking about olive yellow, remember? Olive yellow doesn't exist. Sun gold from I Love This Yarn. I have like 5 skeins of this for a project I was gonna do with different yarn that never came to be because I thought it was ugly after I started it. So I put the yarn away and I thought I'd save it for a different project. Well, this is gonna be a good project to start using it up. I'm not gonna use all of it up because it's gonna be, I have like 5 skeins of it, and I don't think I'm gonna need 5 skeins for this blanket. My mom hates this color. Okay, this is a tad graphic, but she calls it baby poop yellow. I just don't like that. I'm not the hugest fan of this color. This is a very popular color from stuff that I've sold in the past. And I thought it would be a perfect fall color, and I have so much of it, so why not incorporate it into my blanket? So, baby poop yellow. No, we're not gonna call it that. We're gonna call it the actual name. It's called sun gold, people. Okay, we're not calling it that. My mom likes to make up names for everything, so that's her version of that. She's like, I knew you'd be bringing that out. Okay, so I'm gonna use that color too. And then I potentially may or may not, I am unsure at the moment, depending on how much I have left. I don't want to go out and buy more. I mean, I kind of do, but I kind of don't. I might add olive stripe. What is it with me and olives? Do I need olives in my life today? I don't know. Maybe I should go get some. I don't know. Anyway, autumn stripe, not olive stripe, autumn stripe. So I might add that because I have 1, 2, 3 skeins. Skein number 4. So depending on how many skeins of that it uses to make the one blanket, I may or may not use leftovers to add to my solid squares of the other, which I'm going to sketch out tonight, which I'm super excited. Yeah. But I gotta know what notebook I'm supposed to use, so help me out, people. Help me out. So anyway, I'm excited about all these projects. I got this project going. I mean, I've only made 1 square, but I was looking at different ideas for it, and I'm like, I could make a scarf with this. It would make a cute scarf, wouldn't it? I think so. I might do that anyway. Might just make a scarf, because I have 2.5 skeins of this yellow left from my blanket project, my fall blanket that I made myself to use up. So I want to do that. However, I do not have a lot of this Kelly green, which is from Karen. It's in the 1 pound skeins. I used a lot of it up because one of the state colleges in North Dakota that's super popular, one of them's UND, and the colors are kind of not, it was Fighting Sioux, but they're not called that anymore because apparently the name was offensive. Ironically, the Sioux actually were involved in this discussion when the name was changed, and they said they found it an honor that you would name you know, your school, your hockey team after us. But yeah, they were like, no, it's too offensive. We can't keep it. So now they're called the Fighting Hawks. So there's that, and I think their colors are red and yellow and black, I think. So, yeah, which is really sad because I really liked the Fighting Sioux logo and I love the colors. So I actually have a pair of shorts that I bought when I was in high school at a store that no longer exists, and I don't know if I can fit my fat butt into them now, but I don't care. I'm still keeping them. Anyway, and the other college that's a big one is in Fargo, North Dakota, and it's NDSU, and they're the Bison, and they have yellow. They have like a sunflower yellow, Kelly green, like super dark green, or not super dark, but like a dark green, and a white, and those are their colors. So I try to have college colors that are super popular in North Dakota, and those are two of the colleges that are most popular. So I try to have those when I go to craft shows, and I have not bought any more Kelly green since. So yeah, I'm missing on that. Like I said, I don't necessarily want to buy more green. I want to use up what I got because after my last buying spree, which we're not going to talk about, okay, so you guys saw the yarn that I bought on the day that I bought it. Then I went out the next day and bought more, and then I bought a few more skeins the next day. So yeah, we're not going to talk about that. We're just going to pretend like that didn't happen. I kind of went a little crazy, but you know what? I hadn't bought yarn in a long time, so I was okay. I'm going to use it. I have projects set for everything I just bought, so I didn't just buy it to buy it. So I feel better about that. However, now I have all these projects. I have a list of projects on my board behind the camera there, and it is growing. It's so growing, and I feel like I'm never gonna finish all this stuff. Okay, so unknown when this is gonna get done, what it's gonna be specifically. I don't think a scarf is gonna need a brooch, so I do want to do something with a brooch. So poncho can have a brooch, a shawl can have a brooch. A cardigan, I don't know if I want to make a sunflower cardigan. I think that might be a little bit too tacky. I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you guys think sunflowers will be good for? You think a shawl, a scarf, a poncho? I was thinking poncho for this. I think that's going to look the best if I do a poncho. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. So there's that project as well. I have the baby blanket to finish. I have 1, 2, 3. I have my granny square stripe blanket that is using scraps, which are now multiplying even more. My scrap bin is again overflowing. It is ridiculous, and we're not even going to go there because it's going to give me anxiety and I don't want to look at it. So once these other projects are taken care of, I really do want to get back to that scrap gown because I need to use up some scraps. Yes, the other blankets, they're, so-so when I get them done. I want to get them done for next year so I can sell them, but we're going to see how that works. With all these projects that I have dawned upon myself. Are you going to say hi to the camera? Yeah. I love you. You're my boo. Oh, and I decided to buy yarn for bags that I wanted to make myself. I have not made myself a bag yet, like the ones that I've showed you. So I did want to make myself one of those, and I also wanted to make myself a larger bag, like a tote bag, to carry my yarn when I go places. Like if I go to a restaurant and eat, I want to be able to carry my yarn in a bag that's not like this one's a little bit too big for a small project. This is a 31 bag. It worked good when I was working on baby blankets and stuff to bring to work and whatnot. However, I'm not. I don't know, Max. I think a ball of yarn scared my dog. It rolled up. Get away from my yarn. No. Don't lick the yarn. No. Don't ruin the yarn. Okay, so a ball of yarn rolled out of the bag that's sitting next to my desk and scared my German Shepherd. He's scared of everything. He acts like Cujo and evil and vicious, but he's such a baby. I love my dog, don't get me wrong. He's just the biggest baby ever. He's like a big child. Aren't you? Yeah, you big baby. I don't know where I was. Where was I going? I don't remember. So anyway, oh yeah, I have all these projects. So I was gonna make this tote bag for myself to put yarn in, or yeah, to put yarn in essentially when I go places. So I bought the yarn for that, and I'll show you what that looks like. Again, I love this yarn, Hobby Lobby, because it was all 30% off this last week, and it is 30% off for another 40 minutes. 38 minutes, technically, in my time zone in the Midwest. So if you guys need some yarn, and well, it is 7:23 p.m. in my life right now on Saturday, and Hobby Lobby is not open on Sunday, so you have like a half an hour to get your yarn, or you could just wait a week. Anyway, so I love this yarn. This one's called Sunset. It has, I think of Getaway Crochet when I look at these colors. So it has sunsetty colors. It has oranges and blues and purples and greens. It just looks like a sunset in a lavender field, to be honest. I don't know. That's the only way I can describe it. A sunset in a lavender field, essentially, is what this is. I don't want my camera to fall over again. And then this is called Amethyst. This is just it's like a darker lavender purple. The light in here is not very good right now because the sun's going down. And so it's hard to see. But these colors go really good together, as you can see. So those are what I'm making my bags with. So I bought those. Oh yeah, and then there's that project for my aunt that I have to do for a corner-to-corner blanket, which I still need to do, which works up really fast. It really does. I think I could do one of those blankets in like 3 or 4 days. That's what I was able to do last year. I made like 4 or 5 blankets, not in all in 3 or 4 days, but each one took me 3 or 4 days to make, and I worked on one every night when I got home from work at 5, and I worked on it till I went to bed. And then if I had the weekend, I worked on it during the weekend, which I got a lot done. So that's not going to take me too long. I'm not too worried about that. And the granny square ones take a little bit longer because I have to make each square, decide how big I want the square to begin with. And so the second blanket that I showed you with the solid colors is only going to be 8 squares solid and then the border color, so 9 squares total. Where the other one's 11, so that one's bigger. So yeah, there's that. So I want to do that. I also have another hobby that I'm getting into, Warhammer 40,000. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that or not. My husband introduced me to it. Let me show you a little bit of what it is. So it's, I picked a group, an army, and my army's the orcs because they are big and funny and they blow themselves up with grenades, and that's pretty much, when I play a game on the computer, that's pretty much what I do, as I blow myself up with the grenade by accident. And then I'm just okay with that. So I picked the orcs, and I saw this little set and I wanted to put together. I got the main army that I'm not done putting together yet, but I got a couple guys done out of it. It takes a while to put them together because you have to glue pieces together and stuff. Here, I'll show you what. This is an unpainted orc here. If you can see that. Kinda, sorta. Anyway, the camera is not catching it real well, but this is unpainted. This had a lot of pieces to it. These are so cute, and then so I have to prime them and paint them, which is a whole new thing. Plus, my husband and I want to play a match together against each other, so we have a starter set. So we have a group called, he has a Space Marines, and I have the Necrons, which are like zombie skeleton people, because that's awesome. So they're unpainted, so we're just going to be playing with these gray guys. So tomorrow we're going to go do that, but I'm trying to balance all of these projects plus playing my new hobby, and it's chaos. Absolute chaos. But that's okay. That's okay. I just spit all over myself. Um, yeah, that's where we're at right now. So yeah, I have chaos happening on my desk. I have it in my workspace. I have it in my hobbies. But you know what? That's okay. That's fine. When I am crafting, I am at most at peace. So it doesn't matter. It's when I'm not crafting that things get to me. If I'm crocheting and I have all this yarn around me, I don't care. I don't care. I'm working on it. It's going away. Hi, Loco. Um, However, when I'm not working on it and I'm trying to do other things and motivate and clean up my desk and whatever and use my desk like a normal human being would and type things on my keyboard, that's when it starts to get to me because then I have to move projects and scissors and granny squares and pens. I have no place to put these right now because I have a big bin that I actually set my camera on that I bring out to when I record. So, ooh, did my package come? I'm supposed to be getting a sweater today. I'll look later. It's supposed to be here between 8... Oh, it's not even 8 o'clock yet. It's supposed to be here between 8:15 and 10 o'clock tonight. So, we'll see what happens. I just saw the Amazon truck go by, so I got all excited. Sorry, distraction. I should probably stop talking now. It's been 45 minutes. I can probably stop talking. I didn't get any crocheting done, but that's okay. I know that some people wanted to do a podcast like recording, so here it is, guys. Here's podcast number 1. I was gonna call it a chill and chat, but it's more like chaos and chat, or chat and chaos. I don't know. But I hope you enjoyed it, guys. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you in the next video, which will be sometime this week. Alright, guys. Take it easy. Bye.